Hello everyone, welcome back to the Grand Slam, and after the awesome result on Friday, there's no other way of saying it, we have returned to the very next game in the calendar because we are playing third placed Southampton. We're going to test ourselves against one of the other bigwigs, the big heads, if you will, of the championship this season. And really, it is between the three of us for those two automatic spots. You can see in the table on the right-hand side there, Nottingham Forest are 10 points off the pace in fourth position. I would like to see Nottingham Forest challenging for playoffs come the end of the season. So, yeah, that's the game for today. Before we get into it, we do have a couple of transfers to talk about. And we'll just head over to some screenshots if we can bring them up there, please, Editor Dave. There we go. So the first screenshot is of Sergi Canos. Sergi Canos, who has left the club. We had that offer that really was just too good to turn down, and so we did wave goodbye to him. It has weakened us slightly on the flanks. However, I've got plans in the works. I'll say no more than that, but I have plans in the works, and if they come off, we could have a very, very tasty player coming our way. We also, of course, have a signing that came in last time and actually scored against Arsenal, who primarily have signed him as a attacking central midfielder, but he can also play on the left and right flanks. Moving over to the second tab now, the second screenshot, and Pinnock has left the club as well. He wasn't going to get game time. He wasn't good enough for the club, so we decided it was probably best if he part ways with us at that point. And we got a tasty sum of money for him, as you can see there, considering the quality of the player and the team he's moving to. So all the best to both of those players as they move on with their careers. Now that you're back live with me right here, we're going to go into the next match, and we're going to get this game against Southampton started. Before we do that, though, we're going to have to make a couple of little changes. Chalobah coming in for Onyeka, who is slightly out of form, and you'll notice Bidstrup. What's going on here? Is this because of the injuries? No, it's because I've made transfers and so players have disappeared out of the team. Okay, well, we might as well keep Bidstrup in if we can. Godos for Fernandez. Fernandez out of the team because I don't like wasting time on goalkeepers on the bench. Okay, so we have one defender on the bench now, four midfielders and two centre forwards. I feel like that's slightly unbalanced, but we're going to see what we can do about it. I'm starting to get this squad into the kind of shape that I would like to see. The numbers feel like they're around about right for me. It's not a bloated squad anymore. We have got rid of a lot of the chaff. We now have the wheat, and in fact, the weakest player in the team is Bidstrup, who I actually have high hopes for moving forward. So, that is a good indication of how we're doing. We are slightly light where it comes to defensive options. Arneson and Roerslev are the only two players that we have on the bench, or even outside of the bench, that aren't on the pitch for us at the moment. That being said, we do, of course, have one or two out on loan who are going to be coming back, and I will be looking to strengthen in defence come the summer. So this is going to be the team that's going to play for us today. Mbuemo and Wissa either side of Tony up front, Jensen and De Silva in midfield, Chalobah in the defensive midfield area with Aya, Janssen, Razkazov and Henry in defence, David Raya in goal. Actually, do we go with David Raya? No, I think we're going to go with Fernandez for this game. Right, there we go then. So let's kick off, and there's no clash of kits. Red and white stripes, of course, for both teams when they're at home, but in this instance, because we are the home team, we get to play in our home strip, while the away side, Southampton, play in a rather traditional yellow and blue number. So, welcome back to the Brentford Community Stadium. Fantastic result for this Brentford team last time out. Saw them run out winners against Arsenal in the FA Cup by 5 goals to 1. That's right, I'm not I'm not making a mistake there. I have not read the wrong part of the script. It was 5-1. And now we'll see whether they can bring that form into this game against one of the other teams that are looking to get themselves promoted back into the big time of the Premier League. Henry is just being buffeted a little bit for the ball there. Finds Jensen, who whips it out to the right-hand side. He's making a run inside of Razgazov. Nice little back heel by him. The Ukrainian gives it back to Jensen again. Central to De Silva. Ivan Toney into De Silva, who's looking to take a shot, but he can't quite get it to come off before he's challenged by the defender. And Hansen claims that lobbed ball into the box, and now Redmond with a ball down the right hand side of the pitch. It's won and given to Chalobah, and Jensen sees the run of Razgazov and he's away. He's motoring down this right hand side. Oh dear, no, he's completely muffed that one up. A little bit too worried about running as fast as he could and not as concerned about controlling the football. Now Che Adams, ball into the middle for Redmond. Neither Redmond nor Henry can reach it with the header, and it'll go out for a goal kick to Brentford. By this point, Brentford were 2-0 up in their last match. A little bit of a slower build-up in this affair. You would expect there to be perhaps a few nerves, though. These are the games that really... Oh dear, that's a misplaced pass, and now Southampton have the ball back with Terzic. Plays it all the way forward to Che Adams. Chalobah wins the header, but Ward-Prowse picks up the loose ball. Now Bednarek looking to play one long. Janssen lets it run. He's going to control it and play it out of defence again. But yes, as I was saying, these are the games that can make or break a promotion run. Oftentimes it's the points that teams take off of each other. Oh dear, there's a bit of sloppy play. Chalobah's allowed the ball through, but Janssen comes across well to cover. It's those lost points that can oftentimes shape a promotion season. Razgazov picks up the ball in the right back area. He's got Jensen running ahead of him. He finds him. There's a ball through to Mbeumo. Played back out to Jensen, but he can't quite get it to go where he wants to. He was on the stretch. It was a good effort. You wonder if perhaps Mbeumo could have even taken his man on if he'd had a little bit more confidence to do so. There's a ball played along the ground. Henry's going to catch up to that nice and quickly, and Aya gives him the passing option. It's played forward to De Silva, Jensen, Razgazov, De Silva. They're playing it nicely around the back of Brentford. Mbeumo with a little touch of pace. Oh, it's a nice idea. He wanted to get it out to the right back, who does now have the ball. Gineppo just looking to frustrate him slightly. And he gives away a foul in a very dangerous looking area. Oh, and it's a yellow card. I didn't think it would be a yellow. The referee's obviously seen something he didn't like there. Razgazov just teasing the defender, and then when he came crunching in, the referee decided that it was far from a fair challenge. And now Jensen with a chance to deliver a free kick into the danger area. What can he do here? Well, it's played in, and Mbeumo looks to get his head to it, but he's nowhere near it really, and Hansen claims it, and it will be a clearance from the goalkeeper upfield. Straight to the feet of Henry. Now Chalobah into De Silva, who sees Henry down the left-hand side. Oh, it's a poor pass. It's a very, very poor pass. Finding one-on-ones difficult at the moment. Just can't seem to get the better of the AI. It's almost like it can read what I'm going to do, even if I try doing something completely out of the ordinary for myself. Right, here's Razgazov again. Ball down the line to Mbuemo, who lets it run between his legs, but Terzic manages to read that fairly easily. And Hansen gets it out to Salisu. There's a player that we're more familiar with on this channel. Chalobah to De Silva. Interesting, Tony hasn't really had much of a touch yet. Here is one of those early touches for him though. Back to Tony again. Lovely, lovely touch. Wissa. Ah, no. Wrong pass. But you notice as soon as Ivan Toney gets involved in the play, things start opening up for this Brentford side. He is so important to them. Chalobah, Jensen, dinked over the top, looking for Mbuemo. He's not going to find him. And there's the half-time whistle. It's 0-0 at half-time. Both teams have huffed and puffed, but failed to blow the other's defence down. These games often so tight. In fact, not a single shot in the first half for either team. We'll hope to remedy that in the second. This wouldn't make for a very interesting game of football if there were no shots. Even if it's the opposition having them, it would be something, wouldn't it? Aya, that's brilliant defending from Aya. He really is a tower of strength. Chalobah gives it away a little bit too easily, though. And now Cetre, he's going to get a shot in, and it's a great save from Fernandes. Cetre showing great strength in the centre forward area there. For such a diminutive striker, he really does have a lot of stickability on the ball. Now the corner to be whipped in by Ward-Prowse, who is an excellent set-piece taker. Valery on the wow, that's an interesting volley. You fancy that if he got slightly more dip on it, but it might have troubled the goalkeeper somewhat. They're always difficult bringing them down from that kind of height. So Fernandes passes out to Razgazov. Finds Chalobah, who dinks it over the top for De Silva. Now Aya in the left centre-half position. Henry with a ball through for Wissa. Wissa's in behind the defence here. Good cross, could see danger. And it's not a good cross, unfortunately. De Silva. Jensen. Razgazov looking to get behind again. He gets behind, but it's an awful cross. Jensen with the volleyed effort, half-volleyed effort, I should say. Valeri. It's Nathan Redmond. Redmond under pressure from De Silva, but manages to get a ball out to Che Adams. And now here's Cetre. Gineppo. Ball through to Che Adams. Oh, he still managed to finish. Good Lord, what a goal. That is mate, that's an insane finish from Che Adams. It really is. It looked like the danger was over, but he pirouetted like a prima ballerina and dinked it over and round the keeper. We're going to watch the replay of this. This is a sumptuous finish by Che Adams. This was the point where we thought all was lost, but he turned around. Look at that. The goalkeeper unsighted by the defenders. Can't really blame him for it. But what a finish by Che Adams. Goodness gracious me. You couldn't have put a piece of paper between those two defenders, and yet somehow he's managed to get the ball between them and he scored the opener. 58 minutes gone. Brentford are 1-0 down here, and you wouldn't have expected that after last time's performance. Well, that's an awful challenge on Wissa, but somehow it's the AI again, isn't it? It's got... Oh, and now Cetra's through on goal. Could this be 2-0? No, it can't. But the AI really needs work where it comes to these tackles, because that looked, to all intents and purposes, like a foul. Even if you get the ball, it's not always a fair challenge. Oh my goodness me, what a goal! 2-0 Southampton. And Valeri this time has absolutely creamed that volley into the goal. What a finish by the right back. And this Brentford crowd has been stunned into silence. Goodness gracious me. I'm not sure the goalkeeper can have many excuses this time. Even with the ball hit as cleanly and purely as that, he saw it coming from some way out. Oof, dear, oh dear. He'll be having nightmares about that tonight. Well, I think the 3 points are gone. I think we can safely say the 3 points are gone, but Tony's not going to give up on them. Ah, dear, not the best pass. Chalobah to Mbeumo. Jensen. Oh, he's just always a little bit too late. Can't quite get the pass away. Is Janssen. Chalobah. Wissa. Oh, Mbeumo so nearly fed in. The referee's blown up for something. He's given a free kick to Brentford. I'm interested to see exactly the reason why here. It's a foul on Wissa off the ball, apparently, and it's right on the edge of the D. I think he's very unfortunate to have that given. Mbeumo. Oh, he so nearly, so nearly. Normally he gets those on target, but he just put a little bit too much spice on that one. And with 20 minutes left to go, this is not looking like it's going to be a result for Brentford. It's certainly going to be a wonderful result for Southampton. It pulls them right back into the race for automatic promotion. And at the same time, it puts a massive dent in that 7-point gap at the top that Brentford had managed to win themselves over the course of the season so far. We're struggling to keep hold of the ball here. Romo. Valerie. Now Nathan Redmond to Valerie again. Ball one back to Silva. Ivan Toney. Mbeumo. Razkazov. And he's away. And Salisu gets across so quickly. De Silva. Wissa. Ivan Toney dispossessed. Much unlike him. That's a great header from Ayer. Into De Silva. Ivan Toney. De Silva. Oh, it's a good save. It's a brilliant save to keep his side 2 goals ahead. De Silva very unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet. It was on target. The goalkeeper turning it around the post. Henry should reclaim this for his side. Oy, oy, oy. It's just not really gone for us today, is it? Janssen will come across to cover. Is Jensen. Oy, what the hell? Wissa. Mbeumo. Oh no. Just control the ball, boy. Oh, this has not been a day to look back fondly on. It's going to be our second defeat of the league season. I'm much happier about this one than I was the Stoke one, I'll be honest. Ivan Toney. Oh, why are you holding the man off and not trapping the ball? So everything that could go wrong has gone wrong today. Ivan Toney not in the game at all. I'm not sure we've really had a shot to speak of outside of the De Silva effort. There's a cross into the box. Wissa! Well, it's too little too late. but at least we're on the score sheet. Wissa with a very rare contribution with his head. Lovely cross into the box. But I think that the referee is going to blow up for full time almost as soon as the ball is restarted. It won't be a happy result for Brentford today. Indeed it isn't. But you have to take your hats off to Southampton. What a wonderful result for them, with a couple of sublime finishes by Valeri and Che Adams. If you're going to lose to those kind of goals. Goodness gracious me. So we had a lion's share of possession. We had the same number of shots and shots on target. More passes, more interceptions, but you have to take your chances. And that is what Ralph Husenhartel's side did today. It's 2-1 Southampton, and it bursts open the promotion race. All we need now is for West Brom to have won their game, which they have 4-2 against Cardiff City. And that means that although we are still top of the Championship, our lead is reduced by 3 points. We're now only 4 points ahead of the chasing pack. West Brom and Southampton nipping at our toes like a goldfish shoal. Well, that's not the best way to start the week, is it? I guess my head was in the clouds after that Arsenal performance. We're going to have to get back to playing basics now. I'm going to have a word with the boys. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with a much better performance. Until then, thanks very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.